Hi, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with our weekend reading for Saturday the 22nd of February and Sunday the 23rd, 2020. And we are using, for Saturday's message, we're using 5-cent tarot. Gorgeous deck. You can find it on Etsy. The last time I used it, a lot of you asked where it came from. So check it out on Etsy. All right. Let's get into it. The energy atmosphere of Saturday. We had 3 cards come off the bottom of the deck. And our first is, King of Swords or King of Needles in this deck. More clarity. You know, we've seen a lot of the Ace of Swords. And now we have the King. So the King is all about mastery. Ace of Swords is a divine and cosmic gift. You know, it's been offered to us. Brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, discernment, wise decision making, and so on. And here with the King of Needles coming into the reading, or Swords, we are now putting that to use in our world. So we're using all the mastery of that King, discernment, wise decisions, so on, in our day, in our everyday. Coming with him, Page of Buttons. So that's Page of Coins. Everything in its own right season. It's the hurry up and wait. No. That's how it feels though, doesn't it, sometimes? Hurry up and wait. And I encourage you all, I encourage myself when I find myself in that kind of an energy. I have a lot of enthusiasm for things, and I get so excited and full of anticipation. And some, you know, my timing and my excitement don't always align with what's unfolding. So I slip myself into allowing and being present so that I can savor what's happening. And that's what I feel for us when I turn over the Page of Coins in any reading. This is an opportunity to savor and to learn. You know, the King is very wise, and the Page has a lot to learn. The Page has plenty of, you know, his or her own experience, of course, but it's untried, it's untested, but not so with the King. So bring your mastery to your excited anticipation in the grace of allowing, and bless yourself with an opportunity to add to your wisdom and mastery. That's what I feel here. So everything in its own right season, no matter how excited you are to see yourself on the other side of your current circumstances. And then coming with this, 6 of Cups. Yeah, you know, this is a card of nostalgia, reminiscing. And in this set of 3 cards, you can see how wise it is to call upon or reminisce about what you know to be true for you, and to recall what your strengths, talents, and skills are, so that you can be discerning and wise in situations where you don't have a lot of experience. I also feel a message in these 3 cards of, most especially with that 6 of Cups joining the bunch there, that you're having another opportunity to do something and engage with something that you may have previously made a contract with yourself about. I am not doing this again. I am never doing that again. I will always avoid this again. So the always and the never statements that we contract with in our world, they may be coming back up. We may be having opportunities for do-overs. And somehow we may want to let the ego run the show a little bit there and say, no, no way. But the King and the Page here in the reading are saying, maybe you should take another stab at that, literally, with your sword. Because things are different now. You're different now. You have more experience, and there's something new on offer to you in experiences you've previously had and sworn off altogether. So bring your awe and your wonder through the reminiscing of your 6 of Cups, and recall just how strong you are, how far you've come, and maybe don't look at hindsight with hind fright. Consider it. All right, next set of cards. Our first is the Three of Wands, or matches, and the Ace of Matches, Ace of Wands. Ooh. Okay. Beautiful. What a nice pairing right there, because those two together make the Four of Wands, which is a super stable foundation of joy, happiness, bliss. See, this reminiscing thing could be a really good deal. You know, if you're attempting to swear off an energy that you contracted to never engage with again, you may be closing off a Four of Wands type of experience in your life. So reconsider. Look at everything with fresh eyes and bring to bear the totality of your experience and wisdom. Yeah. You know, this Six of Cups is a soulmate card too. It is referred to as a soulmate card in tarot. And remember that you are your own best soulmate. And you are always doing the very best. See, there's an always statement. Always doing the very best that you can in any given moment. And there have been times where your best has been judged as not good enough. And that's something you don't want to repeat. But will you repeat when you have all this wisdom and life experience and fresh opportunity in front of you? Remember, too, that the Six of Cups, intuitively for me in my readings, is connected to the Wheel of Fortune. And we've seen that card more than once this week, I believe. So this is a minor arcana experience of the Wheel of Fortune, dropping something on your foundation, divine delivery system. Now we have a 3 and an ace in the same suit, making the Four of Wands. Again, one of the happiest cards in the minor suits of tarot. So consider, reconsider, and trust your wisdom. The Three of Wands, or the Three of Matches here, is having vision. And, interesting. It is having the vision to see something in fulfillment, or see yourself on the other side of it, which is being mentioned over here. You have an Ace of Wands here. This is a divine and cosmic gift of passion, fire, love, creativity, movement, momentum. Where are you putting your momentum? Now, are you having a moment of hindsight, hind fright over here? And is that stopping you from stepping into the fullness of the vision you've been holding in your heart? I say here that the universe is lighting this match, this wand for you, to give you some illumination, give us some illumination for the vision we have, for the dreams we hold dear, and how they are connected to the things we contract with ourselves to not repeat, or to swear off, like, oh, I'm just not ever going to do that again. And then, lo and behold, the Wheel of Fortune drops it on your foundation. Are you going to run in avoidance, or are you going to step into excited anticipation and allowing? That's adventurous. Next card. The Lovers. Yes, because it presents quite a choice, doesn't it? And the choice here is to follow our heart. So I feel a deep upgrade of energy here in these three cards. That King of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Coins. We're being offered an opportunity to say yes enthusiastically to something that scares the heck out of us. Okay, just keep following your heart. And you know, you've seen yourself through more challenging situations than the one that's before you. It's just that you're being greeted with something that's been out of consideration for a while. It keeps being shoved under your nose. That's the feeling I have here, and it now cannot be ignored. Next set of cards, 3 again. Our first is 8 of Matches, 8 of Wands. Well, the Wands are figuring heavily in the reading today, and I love that this 8 is here because it's all about momentum and stability. So stable momentum. So this is us now going for it. We may have been, lingering in a doorway, dragging our feet, going, no, 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 no. No. But this ace of wands sort of changes it all because, again, it's illumination. And my sense of it is that we feel the calling to whatever this is. And even though at another time when we were in some sort of emotional recovery, we said no and then thought that was our final answer. Life has a way of weaving these things back into our experience. So here we are with the 8. Now you've been encouraged to go for it. The 8's going for it. This is a great momentum card. It's also an extremely sweet unity card. In ancient tarot, this is a card of marriage. So this is the weaving together of energies. This is why you've got this king and this page over here, because it is weaving what you know with what you don't know and creating awe, wonder, and optimism in the 6 as you reminisce for the good, the bad, and the not so pretty. It still turns us back to the Lovers of making a choice of how we follow our heart. And let's face it, when you do the kind of spiritual journey work that we do, we can't turn away from following our heart. That's just not even an option for us anymore. Coming with this beautiful 8 is the 4 of Wands. So we have it twice in here. See, oh my gosh. The 4 doubled is the 8. Awesome. The 3 and the ace are the 4. So I can't even explain it. I'm so excited about it. By saying yes to your own life's adventure, to your own spiritual journey, and being bold enough to take a look at the things you just said a firm no to, and reinvigorate, I don't even know if this is a word, re-invite them back in, reweave. It's a retrograde. Put re before just about anything, right? I love that this is all here. It's amazing and it's repetitive. And when the cards repeat themselves like this, it's a big deal. And then our next card is the 7 of Coins, which connects so nicely to our page over here because, yet again, this is a card of excited anticipation. This is a card of harvest. And a harvest that's not quite ready to pick. You know, it's usually a person in the garden minding their crop, their field. And sometimes they look a bit beleaguered and weary as they're standing out there because they've put a lot of energy investment into that crop. It means everything to them. It's going to see them through the next season. And they're excited about the ripening. And what I feel here is in that ripening is a quickening that we spoke about the other day when I think we had the 8 of Wands as well. And that's just it. The 8 of Wands, while it is a swift moving, exciting momentum kind of card, and there is a unifying energy upon it, there's still a process that it is undergoing toward fulfillment. And that's where our excitement gets really grounded. And I love that it's in the suit of coins because it's very earthy. So it may appear as if things slow down. We're coming back to the page and the whole hurry up and wait thing. Then there's frustration. Then we lose our vision for the vision that we had, and we're no longer investing our energy into it. But when you see the 4 of Wands show up in 2 different ways in the reading, and then there's doubled on the 8 next to the Lovers, come on. You can't lose your vision for these things, and you just can't avoid following your heart. It may be taking what you perceive to be a long time, but there is a meaning for that because the universe is doing work behind the scenes. And when the universe is involved, Ace of Wands, it's going to blow your mind because it's better than you could have dreamed it. So this is quite seriously a message of stick with it. Don't stop now. Don't quit. You may be looking in the rearview mirror and you may be feeling a little bit frightened for repeating what you perceive to be, prior mistakes, but those mistakes are just not mistakes. I know we've had this message more than once this week. Those experiences have shaped who you are today, and those experiences give you the mastery of that king to be so discerning and wise. Next set of cards we have the King of Wands now. Well, Here's some more mastery. Now we've got a mastery sandwich on the table. Not only are we wise, discerning, brilliantly clear in our intuition, and strong in an everlasting way, right? We now have the King of Wands, who is, this whole suit is fire, passion, creativity, enthusiasm, a gregarious attitude. And this is a king, so it's mastered. This isn't something that's whimsical or even temporary. This is now. That mastery is now. And that mastery continues to gain momentum and expand. So do you really want to maintain an old contract at a time when you had less experience? Perhaps not. And coming with the king, look at this, the Two of Cups. Ace of Cups to the power of 2. This is a joining of energies. That 8 is profound in the reading. It really, it's a fulcrum card in this reading. And it's a thing of beauty for us. The Two of Cups, you know, is partnership. Now this can be in career and about doing what you love. It is first and foremost all about how you are your own best soulmate, how you are the love of your life, and that's what you have to bring to your relationships, beloved relationships or family, friends, soul tribe. So be your own best soulmate here. You have it twice on the table. You've got the Four of Wands really magnified in this message. And now you have a strong unifying force within the self on that Six of Cups. Soulmate energy on the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy. This is all coming together quite passionately, but in a stable way. It's not... It's not being drunk and unstable, drunk on energy, drunk on connection, or even drunk on the momentum here. There is real stability in the sensuality of the energy that is on offer to us and how we are following our heart. This is a very intimate part of the journey for you with your own self-relationship, and likely with the people who mean the very most to you. Okay, let's do some angel answers. Can only imagine. But I have a good imagination. All right, ask a question if you have one. Look at this. Take action. You know that's happening there in the Eight of Wands. Yeah. You can try to stay still with this. I just think that your desire to invest your energy in what feels so good, right, happy, and intimate to you is hard to resist. You may try to talk yourself out of these things. You will be taking action on it. You will be inspired, and you can't ignore your own inspiration. Well, I suppose you can. A few cards in tarot come to mind when I think of it. But then a few more cards like the Tower come to mind as well. So there will be action. Yeah. And sometimes the best action is to let go and free fall. Just get out of your head in your hindsight and get out of the fear. If you're feeling fear, you know fear requires love. It's not meant to be judged. No harsh criticism. Just love. Oh, nice. I love that we're seeing this. Recovery, yeah, because that's what's in consideration over here with the King, the Page, and the Six. This is looking back. To some degree, this is looking back and taking a peek at where we have fear for repeating what we determine to be prior mistakes. Remember, they're not mistakes. They've turned you into a King of Swords with those experiences, and a King of Wands as well. All right, one more card here. And for those of you, ooh, I guess we need two. Yeah, yes, my guides. Speaking up, for those of you who are about to take an action and haven't yet and prefer to see a sign, look for one, ask for one, speak to the divine all that is, your guides and angels. Say, show me a sign. And then reconsider. 6. Definitely. We are in reconsideration of things that we've... Oh, and look, holding a sword here too. I know I'm interrupting myself. Holding a sword here, brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, King of Swords. Holding the Ace of Swords, right? And here it is in the angel cards. So, yes, reconsider. That's what's happening over here. That is what makes hindsight so great. We get to reconsider our options. And in doing that, we can see our mastery in these kings, and we can lean into what's presently before us with an enthusiastic yes. Okay, affirmation for Saturday. I choose love no matter what. Yes, yes, yes. That is the very best answer there. And let's take a look at our spirit animal for the day. This is for you to check out on your own and see how this creature wants to share with you today. And we have the blue jay. Such a pretty bird. Okay, that's our Saturday message. I will be right back with our Sunday message. Okay, hi, back again. This is for Sunday, the 23rd of February, 2020. We are using an old favorite, the Good Tarot. This deck has gotten so much use, I've worn the label partly off the box. This is also the deck that threw itself at my feet in a bookstore after I attempted to resist purchasing it for a while. Love when that stuff happens. Okay, Sunday, what's going on? Our energy atmosphere for Sunday. We start out with, ooh, the sun. Oh. Now, Saturday we had the happiest card in the minor suits of tarot in the Four of Wands showing up twice, right? And now we have the happiest in the major arcana in the sun. So it's love, bliss, and joy. Obviously happiness, great connection, excellent communication, clear vision, warmth, vitality. Sweet. Feeling good, really good. And coming with the sun is 10 of Cups. I don't want to turn the other cards over. I really don't. I've said it to you before. When you see something like that in the overall theme of the day, do you really need any more of the message? I know the cards took the time to fall out of the deck for us in the shuffle, so we'll do it. Still, you can switch off right here, though. 10 of Cups, you know, is all about fulfillment, happiness. It's the Ace of Cups, 10 times over, flowing pure, raw, joyful love into our life. And this is how we're living. We're living the 10 of Cups. We're in that kind of energy, and you have the sun shining on it. I mean, what a combo. Yum. Let's see what comes with it. 6 of Cups. Ooh. So this was in the overall message of Saturday. 6 of Cups is reminiscing. It's nostalgia. It is a soulmate card. So that energy is coming into Sunday as well. But look at the momentum that it's wrapped up in here with the sun and the 10 of Cups. It shows that we have moved on from reminiscing in the past in a way where we made those always and never type of contracts, and we've moved it into a much better frequency. I do believe I said we're upgrading energy here, and certainly it shows when you have the sun and the 10 of Cups together, and then a repeat card from the prior day comes into the reading. You can see how you've done transformative type of work. Excellent. Coming with this is the 7 of Cups. Okay. You know, like the 7 of Swords recently, excuse me, I've been studying these cards, and intuitively I've had some downloads over the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups, first of all, let's pay attention to the fact that we have a 6 and a 7 consecutively. So this shows the progress just speaking about over here. Now things get murky on the 7. This is typically, traditionally, a card considered to be chaotic and confusing. I call it the spoiled for choice card. And just recently I've had a download over this card and the 7 of Swords, as I was just saying. And in particular the 7 here. It's about illusion. And it's also about some potential drama. And connected to that is the way that we tell a story from our past, from a prior experience, and how we share it. Now, pardon, there are times when sharing a story, we may take some artistic license with some of the details for dramatic effect. And this is not a time for that. Not in this energy atmosphere. Now, the artistic license is usually meant to be humorous, but the feeling I have here is mind your audience, because the response to that, the response to The dramatic retelling of a story is seductive to the ego. And when you're dealing out messages like the Sun, the Ten of Cups, and you've got an amazing king sandwich in the prior day's reading, and you are somewhat reminiscent of how things have gone, when you tell a story and perhaps even exaggerate the details the tiniest bit and the ego gets fed there, you're coming out of your authenticity. And you want to be mindful of that, really discerning of that when you are upgrading energy and revisiting life experience in a retrograde. Authenticity is a priority. Now, yes, it's fun to engage and, share the funny tales, but often they will turn sarcastic in a group. And that there is what could be seductive to the ego, and that can change your vision for how you see fulfillment landing on your foundation. Authenticity is priority and key, and coming with this is, look at this, another 7, a double 7 with the Chariot, because this is momentum. This is moving forward boldly, dynamically, and without hesitation, and you want to take your authenticity with you on this ride. Not some edited version of your truth. The whole truth. Yeah, you know it. And nothing but the truth. So if you find yourself drifting a bit here into the chaos that the Seven of Cups can sometimes serve up to us in the form of illusion and seduction of the ego, if you find yourself there, presence is the answer. Come back to yourself. Stare into your own eyes in the mirror. Namaste yourself into authenticity. Because again, the Sun and the Ten of Cups. That's not a joke. Jokes are great, but that's not a joke. That's a really big spiritual unfolding in our world, and our truth, our bringing heaven to earth in the sevens. So this Seven of Cups serves you, and it shows you where you may have an inclination to dally in illusion. And if you're going to put that in your Chariot, you got to know that it's going to destabilize your foundation in some way at a later date. So mind how you invest your energy. You can still be funny with the truth. Next. Oh. And there it is, the Emperor. Perfect. He is the father to the charioteer. He is the father of the tarot. And if the Chariot were confused in any way, who would he go to? This beautiful source right here, the Emperor, his father. The Emperor is wise and all-knowing when it comes to tarot. Strong masculine energy here, so get into your divine masculine. You may need that kind of strength and boldness to pull yourself out of an old habit of either telling yourself a story that has a bit of illusion in it, or others for that matter. Regardless, come back to your inner Emperor. He's Aries, fire, he's super direct, and he has a lot to offer. This is a reminder to come back to your mastery. So we've got the King Sandwich on Saturday with loads of mastery, but the Emperor is all 4 kings rolled into one. So look where that momentum is taking you. So this is a reminder too that this is part of your destination, and these are things that are unfolding on the journey, but this is a part of the destination, which is the truth of your own heart. So I love that we have a lion right there. Courageous heart. And coming with a repeat for us in the Lover's card. Also a lion. So look at this. Look at this. Lots of dynamic movement and action here coming into the Emperor. And then look at this soft, serene scene here. And this is maintaining your wild, free spirit. This is not compromising nor settling for something less than what the Sun and the Ten of Cups have to offer us. This is all what we've been journeying for and doing the spiritual life lessons for. It's just this kind of energy right here. So come boldly into the love that you are. Be your wild, free spirit in authenticity. Not some exaggerated, altered version of you. Authentically you. Because that's what you have to offer. This is what's on your foundation. And this is the very stuff that was in consideration in Saturday's reading on the Six of Cups. So you're saying yes to the love that you are at a time when you may be seeing signs that look like you're repeating something that caused you pain in the past, and that's bringing your mastery there and living from the mastery. So you've upgraded the energy, you've transformed, you've transmuted. It's so beautiful. Next two cards, we have the Queen of Cups. Good. See, the energy starts to soften a bit here. We have this really bold, strong king energy from Saturday, and then we have strong, fiery emperor energy here sitting right next to really swift moving dynamic energy in the Chariot, and it starts to soften out here on the Lover's card. This means there's a state of grace and allowing going on. And then we have the Queen of Cups. I love her. She is emotionally awake, aware, alert, and intimate. And this is a very intimate part of our spiritual life journey. We're getting very deep with our own selves, and we're being bold enough to express that depth. We have the courage to do it. And the Queen of Cups is all about vision as well. She also brings a message of healing the heart. So you could see how on the Six of Cups on Saturday's message, we've upgraded the energy into Sunday's message, but it's just that sort of life experience where we have had heartbreak and emotional pain, and nobody wants to repeat that, of course. So that's why those contracts happen when we make the always and never statements. But here it feels as though we're being offered lots of opportunity in the Sun, in the Ten of Cups, to live in the kind of love that once maybe ended in a less than favorable way in connection with other people. And now it's on offer to us again. And we have all of this goodness to bring to it. So it becomes a question of, are you bold, courageous, and vulnerable enough to say yes to it again? My feeling is it's an easy yes. And coming with the Queen of Cups, look at this, the High Priestess. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner oracle. And I love that with her eyes closed, she is looking or gazing in the direction, probably through her third eye, at the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is staring right at us. Now, she doesn't ever give the answers. She will point us in the right direction. And she has discretion, which is a beautiful energy to have when you've got the Seven of Cups down on the table. This is about having the wherewithal and the inner discretion to know where you've exaggerated before and it was funny, but it turned sarcastic and painful. You're not doing that anymore. You're sharing your raw, authentic you, and it takes guts. So listen to your gut. Oh, High Priestess is right there. She will whisper to you. She will guide you. And, in the Saturday message of the Angel Answers, we had looked for a sign. Well, here she is. And, she's kind of doubled here with the Queen of Cups sitting right next to her. That's a really powerful energy. And look at this flow here. This could be us slightly confused, not knowing, but leaning into yes and allowing, right? And then there is the stories we tell ourselves. And are we being real with ourselves? Are we being authentic? And then we take that energy on the run. We take it with us everywhere we go. We know we want to move dynamically forward into love, but we have to do that with the totality of our experience. And we've learned along the way that when we listened to the seductive ego in the past, that's what brought pain and heartbreak, because we were not telling ourselves the truth, or we were avoiding a truth, an obvious truth, and it did not produce the sun in the Ten of Cups type of experience. So more than once this week, we've had the message of how important it is to listen to our inner knowing. And it is quite possible when we are in reminiscing or nostalgia of those experiences where we listened to the ego and ignored a truth, that we had no inner authority. We could not make a decision. It was chaotic for us. But that's not how things are now. You have an Emperor right center in the reading. Pure raw wisdom right there. Follow it. The sun's shining on it. The universe is pouring pure raw happy love on all of it. And now we're looking at love and sharing the love that we are through the eyes, the intuitive eyes of the Queen of Cups, and most especially the vision of the High Priestess. That's gorgeous. I have one really saucy guide. And when she speaks up, she's got some language on her, I have to say. So she just was whispering to me here in this message. If you are embracing all of this message truly, authentically in your heart, it'd be really hard for you to F it up. Although she didn't say F. Yes, you can figure that out. Okay, affirmation for Sunday. Oh, that was yesterday's card. Well, hey, it's a great repeat. I choose love no matter what. We'll keep that out on the table. It's nice out. Let's leave it out. I surrender to a power greater than me. Yeah, yield to love here. Yield to the love that you are and the wisdom and the experience that you carry with you now. And, oh, I did that out of order. Usually we do angel answers first. Let's do a couple of those. Oh, okay. Ask a question if you have one. Let the cards confirm something for you, like big happy changes, because it's your happy that's made all these big changes. You are not the same person who, back in the day on the Six of Cups, that, you know, in nostalgia, you're not that person any longer. You've grown so much more. You've added so many more layers to your own experience, and you have all that experience to offer. Emperor card. And by following your heart, lovers, you've created this. See, big happy changes right here with the sun and the 10. You did that. Trust that. Listen to your intuition. Well, 3 times over here, you know where that card's going. Queen of Cups, High Priestess. Meditation brings answers. Excellent, excellent advice right there, because if you find yourself having a Seven of Cups moment, heaven touches earth in the heart space on the sevens. You've got 2 sevens here, Chariot, 7 of Cups. Get into meditation, get back into your heart, listen to your intuition. And then we have abundance. And that's not limited to finances. That's abundance is this over here. Right here. The epitome of, right? All right. Last card. What's our spirit animal for Sunday? What sweet creature would like to work with us today? We're back to this one. Raccoon. The little masked bandits. So check out Raccoon Spirit. See how it wants to interact with you, how it would like to inform you. And have a beautiful Sunday. Have a beautiful weekend. I'll be back very soon with Monday's message. And don't forget to watch the mid-month Februaries. They're up on the channel and they're linked for you at the end of this video. I will timestamp this for you. Personal readings are available. Check the description box there. And bye for now. Namaste. Bliss, joy, happy.